What can you when your partner does not want to be intimate even after the marriage? I, 28F, have been married for 3 months to my husband, 34M. I love him deeply. He's kind, emotionally available, and genuinely one of the best people I've ever met. In so many ways, our relationship feels solid and loving. But there's one part that's slowly breaking me. Our sex life, or rather, the absence of it. When we first started dating 2 years ago, we had sex maybe once a week. Not as often as I wanted, but I was happy to compromise. Then, when we moved in together after 4 months, things changed. We went from once a week to once every few months. I kept thinking it was a phase, work stress, medication, something temporary. I tried to talk about it gently, over and over. Every time, he had a new excuse. At first, he said he was too tired from work. Then it was that I intimidated him by being too direct about wanting sex, so I stopped initiating, but he never started. Then he said it was his pain medication. I believed that for a while, until I found out his previous 7-year relationship was also sexless. Finally, he blamed his religious upbringing. His mother instilled deep guilt about sex before marriage. He swore things would change once we were married. I wanted to believe him, so I did. But nothing changed. We didn't have sex on our honeymoon. We've only had it once since, and only because I initiated it, practically begging. Even when it happens, it feels mechanical. He focuses on his own kinks, never goes down on me, never seems present or passionate. It feels like I'm sleeping next to a roommate, not a husband. I begged him to go to therapy, told him I could live with the lack of sex if he at least tried to understand why. After months of pleading, he finally agreed to couples therapy, but he barely participated. Defensive, distant, closed off. 2 sessions in, I realized nothing would change if he didn't want it to. He promised he'd go to individual therapy, but never followed through. Meanwhile, I've been in therapy myself for 6 months. And it's only now that I've started to admit something I've been denying. I need intimacy. Physical affection, desire, connection. These aren't bonuses to me. They're part of love. And I've been pretending I can live without it just to keep the peace. A few weeks ago, someone flirted with me for the first time in ages. I didn't act on it, but it stirred something painful. The realization of how starved I am for desire. It made me face the truth I'd been avoiding. I'm lonely in my own marriage. 2 nights ago, we had another talk, the same one we've had 100 times. He said he'd try harder. And something in me snapped. I told him, I just don't believe you anymore. Either we open the relationship or we break up. He said he needed time to think. Since then, we've been acting normal, cooking dinner, watching TV, pretending like nothing happened. But I feel this quiet dread sitting in my chest. Because deep down, I already know he's not going to change. And I don't know how long I can keep amputating a part of myself to make this marriage work.